At Chevron, our greatest asset is our people. In the way we see it, protecting people is the most important thing we do. These are Chevron's current safety performance metrics. These were our metrics in 2002. Our overall safety performance has improved steadily over the years, and these improvements are encouraging for sure. But this number is not okay with us, because it isn't zero. And in fact, while we have made great strides in reducing total injuries, our fatality rates aren't consistently improving. This trend holds true for the industry. A number of recent studies have shown that while the total recordable injury rates in our industry are still falling, we're not seeing a consistent corresponding reduction in fatal accident rates. Our safety management systems and behavior-based safety approaches have been especially effective in reducing high-likelihood, low-consequence incidents like slips, trips, and falls. It has become clear that now is the time to bring additional focus to reducing the low-likelihood, high-consequence incidents that can result in fatalities. Chevron Upstream and Gas chartered a fatality prevention team in 2010 to analyze our incident data, identify opportunities, and make recommendations specifically focused on saving lives. This fatality prevention team worked with the upstream and gas business units to gather and analyze the 8,293 incidents and near misses reported in 2009 and 2010. The results they have delivered are encouraging. The study shows that if we focus our fatality prevention efforts on 5 specific work activities and 4 specific ways of being injured, we can substantially mitigate the risk and reduce the potential for fatalities across our organization. The 5 work areas associated with the highest likelihood of fatality in upstream and gas are well services, drilling and workover, maintenance, inspection and testing, crane operations, lifting and rigging and deck operations, construction, commissioning and decommissioning, and land transport. So generally, we encounter the highest potential for fatalities when we're working in these specific areas of operations and when we're traveling by car or truck. And the ways of being fatally injured, which we typically call the key mechanisms of injury, are being struck by something, falling from a height of over 2 meters, electrocution, and motor vehicle crashes. And while the 2009 and 2010 data didn't specifically reflect it, we know from historical information and recent incidents that fires and explosions are an additional mechanism of injury that we must always be focused on. We do work in challenging environments, of course, and face many of these risks daily. Fatal incidents are infrequent. But what this study shows us is that when incidents do happen under these specific conditions, they're more likely to be fatal. So clearly we need to begin to see the risk in our work environments differently. We need to begin to see the potential for fatality, even though fatalities don't happen every day. And if we put a little more focus on these things, we can save lives. Can you see it? Starting now, we'll be putting this information to work. The next step is to take this information and evaluate how it applies to existing processes, standards, and tools, and determine what actions may be needed in order to bring more attention to these high-risk areas. Meanwhile, we ask you to begin to consider how this new information may change the way you think about your work, your team, and your driving. Can you see it? At the end of the day, we're not about numbers. We're about people. And getting this right means we all go home safely every night. Fatality prevention. Can you see it?